What's up, dogs? You know we back with another one. We had a new location. Look, new spot, new pool, new year. It's only right. We get 200 likes on this video. I'm going to jump into this pool. I'm going to do a cold plunge live. Not live, but it's going to be a video of it on my next YouTube. So like this video if you want to see me do a cold plunge. In this video, we're doing a call calibration, a breakdown from my boy Caden, who dropped a video in the Dog Pound Discord where it's a lot of knowledge. He did a great job on the call. We drop a lot of sauce. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. I'll see you shortly. Peace.
How's Byron, may I help you?
Hey, Mr. Byron, how's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope you're doing good.
Yes, sir. Did I catch you at a good time?
So right there, let's stop right here. 24 seconds into it. We want the seller to see us eye to eye. And I understand, like, a lot of times we grow up, sir, ma'am, that's a respect thing. And calling somebody mister because they may seem older or ma'am, right? Certain situations you want to do that, but a lot of times starting off the call, I recommend just getting into it. Call them by their first name, first name friendship basis. If they want to be addressed by something other than their first name, they'll let you know. I like to assume that I'm already friends with this person, right? So if this guy's name was Richard, I'll be like, Richard, what's going on? It's Daryl, right? If he feels disrespected, he'll let me know. But I want them to feel like I'm their friend already, right? Now, I'm not gonna be like, yo, what's up, my guy? Like, nah, I'm not gonna be like that, but I'm going to assume that I'm their friend. If they think that is disrespectful, that I'm calling them by their first name, they'll let you know, right? So we don't wanna ask for permission. We don't wanna call sir and ma'am. You can get to that, right? You can get to that eventually in the call, but in the beginning, you want them to see you eye to eye from the jump.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to follow up from our call last month just to see where you were with things.
Your tone is down. Your energy is very low. Energy is very low. We want, especially in the beginning of the call, we want to come in with high energy, and we want them to feel like they're excited, that you're excited to be on this call, right? If your energy is low, if you're down, if you're like, hey, I'm just following up, they're going to be sad. I actually dropped the video all about tone. The video should be over here or over here, one of these sides. The video will be there. But we dropped the video on the correct tone that you should have while talking to sellers, especially in your intro. It's super important.
You are still looking to sell your property on Thames Court, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, and then can you just catch me up to speed a little bit about kind of what's going on? I know we've been kind of...
Look, this is what you never want to do, right? You don't want to ask for permission. At this point, you're almost like looking up to this guy. You're almost inferior to him, right? You're calling him sir. You're asking him for permission to ask questions, and I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission every single day of the week, right? So let's get some more confidence in these calls. If you are not confident when you're asking these questions and having these conversations, this person is not going to have confidence in you. You're never going to get the deal if you're not confident, right? So you need to make the seller understand that you guys are supposed to be on this phone call. You guys need to be seen eye to eye on the same playing field, right? So little things like calling him sir, asking for permission to move forward. No, you need to control this conversation and act like you've been there before. Act like you're the subject matter expert, right? Because you're the person who's making these calls all day. They're not making these calls all day, right? It's not their job to, most times, have conversations with sellers and buy properties, right? That's not their job. They have way more things going on. You are doing this every single day. You are the subject matter expert, not them. And if you don't feel like the subject matter expert, join my Discord, because then you get to have friends, you get to meet friends and people who are actually doing the business, right? And those become your friends, become your partners. You can use third-party stories and talk about how your partners have done this and that, right? It's a little hack to confidence.
I've been following up for a while, but what has you wanting to sell?
Say that last one again.
Yeah, I was saying, what has you wanting to sell?
So we missed a step, right? So we're 55 seconds into this call, and we missed a very, very important step where we set the expectations, right? So we had our introduction. We're supposed to make an initial connection in that first step. we're supposed to make a friend, right? After we make a friend and we introduce ourselves and talk about this property, we want to set the proper expectations for the call. So instead of us just going into it and just asking, so why are you looking to sell this property? Right? What's got you looking to sell? And feeling like having to sell it, feel like you're just being intrusive or just being a little personal, right? You want to set the expectation of the call. Let them know, hey, on this call, my job is to ask a few questions, see if we're a good fit. If we are, I will probably give you a call back. If we are, I'll give you a call back. We'll be able to get you an offer. If we're not, we can part ways as friends. Sound good? Perfect. So you let them know we're gonna have to ask questions, and then we move on to the next step, which is now we start digging for the motivation and why do they actually want to sell this property? Do they need to sell this property, or is this just something that would be a good idea that they would entertain?
You said what time?
Well, no,
What time?
no, sir. Like why? What's your reasoning behind selling?
I'm the only one living in the house.
Right. Got it.
And got steps and all that stuff, And I'm getting too old, you're going up down steps. So yeah, I'm trying to let that, I'm trying to let that go.
Right. Got it.
The problem, what the holdup was, once last year when I was trying to.
So you can tell by the way this guy just opened up, right? Comment below what do you think this guy's personality type is. Remember, he's talking a lot. He's very, very chatty. When you asked him one question, he just opened right up like a book, right? He just started telling you everything. He's like, this is 6 bedrooms. I'm the only person living here. I've been trying to get out of here. This is what I've been trying to do. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Comment below, what do you think this guy's personality type is? We'll talk about it at the end.
While she was here, my other daughter came to visit me from California, and she stayed here,
So as these sellers are talking, one thing to remember, which is super important when you're on the phone with sellers, is active listening. Listening to what they're telling you, because you have to imagine, right? You have to imagine every single word that they say as a sniper bullet, right? They're giving you ammo that we can use to paint the picture at the end of the call, right? So every word that they say is super important to listen to it. So I hack a little cheat code to actively listen to people and not miss one thing that somebody says is, as somebody's talking to you, repeat what they're saying in your head, right? Repeat every word that they're saying in your head and then take a minute, pause, digest what they said, and then respond, right? Practice this with your friends, practice with your family. I'm telling you, you're not gonna miss anything. You're gonna be extremely present in the moment, and as a result, people are gonna like you a lot more, right? People like people who are interested. People are interested in people who are interested in them.
Like 8 months or something like that. I really couldn't do anything with the property while they was here.
Right.
And my daughter just left this morning to go back to California. So I got 2 of them gone. Her and her husband just left this morning. So I got to get rid of my other daughter and her husband out of here, and then I'll be ready to make a move.
Right. Got it.
Out of here.
Got it.
Yeah. So I got to get them out of here. And but see, so you all are the company that just.
So right here, you allowed him to continue to talk with the yellow seller. You have to be, and boom, I just told you guys what it was. He's a yellow seller. He likes to continue to talk and talk and talk, and it may be a point where you cannot get your questions in, right? Yeah, we want the sellers to talk more than us, but we still need to ask questions so we can lead them in the right way and be able to get them to where we want them so we can close them and get all the information that we need so we can walk them down the right path and show them the right solution, right? So it's methodical. Sales is a dance, And when somebody is talking, and you can't get a question, you need to be able to strategically jump in there. I just stuttered like shit. Oh man. But then what was I gonna say? I like to describe it when you're talking to a yellow seller as double Dutch, right? So you're just waiting on your time to jump in, and when it's their time, you jump in and you're in there, right? So you have to be smooth, and you can't allow them to feel like you're just cutting them off or you're being rude. So you have to do it in a way that they feel comfortable, right? So in this case, I would have summed up all of his pain, right? I would have recapped all of his pain because he told you a lot. So man, it sounds like. So you can say something. So what it sounds like is you're in this huge house, 6 bedrooms, and it's just you. Your family moved out, and there's no reason for you to need this big house, right? And now you ask another question, right? You ask another question after, how did you get in this house how did you get in this position in the first place, right? And we dig deeper, because remember, we're only at one part of the 4 parts of the motivation, and we do have a video on that. If you have not yet seen the video of the 4 parts of the motivation, make sure you go watch that video. So we know where he's at right now. We know he's looking to move from this big house because it's just him in it, right? So we need to also know, how did he get in this position in the first place, right? So we need to continue to dig. So let's see where you went with your line of questioning.
Take the house as is. I ain't got to do no cleaning up and all that kind of stuff, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of right. Why I really wanted to follow up, just to see kind of an idea of what you wanted to do, and see, like, kind of paint a picture of how you wanted things to go.
That's good. That's good. You want to get him to paint the picture of what's the perfect scenario for him, right? But we missed some steps, right? We have to dig a little deeper in the motivation to figure out how he got here, right? But it's okay. We're moving forward. We're getting him to paint the picture, which is really good. Because we missed steps on how he got there, we weren't really able to get him to paint the full picture of what it looks like. And I think it seemed like he was a little confused, right? So when you are digging for that motivation, you want to figure out where they're at right now. So we know that this guy, he wants to move from his house. He had to get some people out of his house. There's a lot of people in there. Now it's just him, right? And now he wants to move, right? Now we need to figure out how he got there, right? How did we get in this position where he had to get these people out of this house and now he's the only person, right? How did we get here in the first place? Because it wasn't like this when he first bought it, or else he wouldn't be selling it, right? So how did he get there? What has he done so far to get out of the situation? Has he talked to other wholesalers? Has he talked to a real estate agent? Does he have a friend that helps him out? What has he done so far? And then the last part is, how long have they been going through this problem? How long has this problem been an issue, right? Once we get those 4 parts of the motivation, we then want to move on to the next step, which is the picture painting, right? Paint the picture for me. What's the perfect scenario for you? How much do you want out of this property? What do you want to walk away with? What happens if you don't sell, right? We want to get them to paint the perfect picture. What are you going to do with the money when you sell, right? You're going to go buy a yacht. You're going to kick your feet up on the beach. You have to go pay medical bills. What's the plan, right? And get them to really paint this picture. So when we go to paint our solution at the end and pitch our solution, we have all that ammo that I was talking about, all the bullets that we were talking about. And we can say, okay, so if somebody could get you the money that you need so you can go kick your feet up on the sand with the Corona, with the lime in it, right? And you don't have to worry about anything. This is the easiest transaction of your life. You get what you need. You can walk away happy. What's the next steps, right? You paint that picture for them, and now they see it, right? Because people are visual learners. You can paint a picture, and somebody can. That's why storytelling is so important, right? And you get people to see the final results in the picture. Is going to get them more inclined to move. Using the ammo, using the information that we got this whole call is why it's so important to dive deep and get this information from the sellers and ask these personal questions so we can paint the picture at the end of the call and have the perfect result, perfect solution for this person. So this call was from Tino GTI, my boy Caden. Good stuff, bro. Keep taking action. Caden is a young hustler. This guy's like 18, 19 years old, and he's getting after it. He's calling sellers every single day. He's hustling. He's like, yo, I know that financial freedom is through real estate, and he's just in the Discord taking action, being extremely curious, going to the role plays every single day, and just putting himself out there. So good stuff, putting yourself out there. If you want your call to be calibrated, make sure you're joining the Discord and you're going to the Call Calibration channel. Like, we're gonna have more videos like this. This is actually gonna be a series. So make sure you're liking this video, subscribing to the channel so everybody can see this. Share it with your friends. I'll see you in the Discord. Peace.